And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of the Exotic SMP podcast. Hopefully, it's gonna be more than one episode. Hopefully, we can continue this on. I'm here with Ryan, our faithful, handsome, smart leader.
I wasn't prepared for this. Yes, of course, the one and only. No autographs.
No autographs. So I was thinking for today, Ryan, we could talk about like our journeys on YouTube per se, like stuff that we've like learned like over time. Like for me, I've been doing this for 6 years. I don't know how long have you been doing YouTube for?
Oh, I don't know, like since 2014, so about 4 years, something like that.
4 years. I mean, you'll
2013.
learn a lot in that amount of time. So
yeah, how to get accepted into Exotic SMP essentially.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could start with that, like our backgrounds and stuff, because I don't know, like this is like going up on the official Exotic server, so not server, the official Exotic YouTube channel. So people might not know a bunch about us per se, unless they follow our individual channels and stuff. So I don't know. Would you like to kind of introduce yourself and like give yourself like a little nice backstory? You know.
Okay. Hey guys, my name's Ryan.
It's like you're in a college class, right? It's like the teacher's like, okay, let's go around in a circle. Let's introduce ourselves.
Favorite color is green. I'm passing the ball to Doc.
And that's our podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for watching, guys. All right, so I guess I started YouTube way back, back in the golden days, but I think I started a little bit late. Yeah, I started with Minecraft, of course. I think I was inspired by, there's too many YouTubers at the time. Like the Yogscast, I was thinking Team Crafted, all those guys. I think that's when I got into the game and I started making videos, and yeah, they weren't any good. I always tried to make at least one funny thing happen in the video. I remember thinking that clearly. But looking back, it wasn't funny at all.
Did it make you laugh though? Did it make you laugh?
It made me laugh at the time. I was young. I had a different sense of humor. So I guess that's all that matters, right? I was having fun with it, and I think that was what was most important. I was having fun with it, and I think that's why I am here where I am. Does that make sense? I think I stuttered.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. When you were making, like, obviously you kind of already had like a goal of like wanting to like have a more comedic style to your videos and stuff. Is that just you, or did you have like a certain YouTuber that inspired you to kind of like go into the comedy area of YouTube?
Maybe Parker Games.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it was probably Parker Games. I think when he was doing like his Mineplex challenge accepted stuff, I started doing a survival game stuff. I wouldn't do challenge because the idea was already there and I didn't want to copy anybody. But because Minecraft survival games episode 100 is a completely original idea.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, just hanging out with my friends, it was always kind of funny. A lot of my humor was inspired by him, I guess. So yeah.
So how far down the road, like after you it's 2014, right? You started your channel, you started doing videos. How long till you actually got into Exotic?
Exotic happened like the end of 2016, I believe.
Oh wow, so fairly recent.
Yeah, it was my technically third SMP. The first one I joined was called Spectrum, and it quit before I was even got the IP to the server. So yeah, that one went pretty well. But Exotic was the end of 2016. I wasn't actually the owner then. I applied. There was a guy named Daniel or Super Silvertune. I think he's still making videos. He's pretty cool. But he wanted to step away from like Minecraft and stuff. And so he basically said, I'm going to give the server to somebody. And yeah, he gave it to me. So that kind of had me shook. Is that what the kids are saying these days?
You're asking like this ancient alien from Mars is that still popular? I have no idea.
Shook? What's that?
Shook? What's shook? Shaken, not stirred.
But yeah, that's how I got into Exotic. I mean, I just applied like anybody else. So
it's the American dream. Started at the bottom. Now you're owner. Bam. Look at my empire.
Look at it. We've got people like Dead Zone, and who else has bad content on here?
Oh.
And you, of course.
Oh, yes, me.
Riggedy wrecked, son!
So, I kind of had like a similar path because it was kind of funny. Like when I started YouTube, I knew of the big giants, which were obviously Captain Sparkles, Ant Venom, Sky Does Minecraft, and that was the extent of my big YouTuber influence. I did watch Yogscast occasionally, but I was watching Yogscast like before it was cool. I think I don't even think they were doing Minecraft yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they I remember them covering like old games, like weird, interesting games. So,
Wow.
and then when they got into Minecraft, they became more popular, obviously. And then I
Yeah, their
started jumping
Tekkit
on.
series is what like had them take off. That's when I
Yeah.
found them.
However, there was a small YouTube channel, and they're actually like today's standards. They're actually not that small, but back then it was considered small. But their name was Piano Man BD. And they were kind of, I don't think they were trying to copy the Yogscast, but they kind of were the Yogscast, like an American version of the Yogscast. But they were younger. They were like high school students. And when they started getting into college, they kind of quit YouTube, unfortunately. But they inspired me. And it, like, they did videos together. So it was not like a solo commentary. It was like, it was like Brett and then Mike. And they were always like bagging on each other and stuff. And it just... the banter back and forth was just wonderful, and it was funny. So that they got me into doing the recording for Minecraft at least, and I think it was late 2012, I think, almost 2013. Applied to my first SMP, which was Blockcraft. Had a blast there, but like all SMPs, it kind of burned off after a while. I took a break from SMPs after that. I went and applied for Altitude SMP, and I was there for only a little bit, but I still talked to everybody who was part of that SMP, and we're still good friends.
That's always nice.
Yeah, it is, because that usually with SMPs, when you leave, there's usually some sort of drama associated, most of the time.
Yeah.
So I left Altitude, and I was looking for now we're like around late 2015, almost 2016, and I'm looking for a server, another like SMP server, low key, and I bump across this exotic application, and I was like, okay.
Oh boy.
So I was like, okay, these guys look cool, but I put it on the back burner, right? So I wait about a year, and then we're talking like around I think it's like 2017, and it was one of your first like applications are open videos for exotic. Like when you took
Standing
over.
on the lighthouse.
Yes, it was the
These
lighthouse.
are our requirements.
Yeah. I was like, it was the first video, and I was like, holy crap. It's like, these are not douchebags. Oh my god. I can actually create the content when I want to create the content, and I don't have to fear of people like breathing over my shoulder. I can just be me. And I was like, yeah, that seems good. So I applied, and you kind of responded like really quickly. I wasn't expecting that. You were like, okay, you're in. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I remember I was sitting on my grandmother's couch on my phone, and I was looking at applications, and then I'm like, oh, this guy looks cool. Let's get him in.
So that's how I got into exotic. But
Yeah.
it's like I didn't really like originally I started this channel with a couple of people, and over time they've gotten busy and they kind of moved on. So essentially it's just me on my channel now. But essentially I was going to like cover like all the Minecraft stuff, and my buddy was going to cover like all the first person shooters like Halo and COD and all that stuff. It never worked out, but it's interesting how it kind of evolves over time with goals and stuff. Moving the podcast along a little bit, now that we have like a nice little backstory and people are falling asleep in their chairs right now, what kind of like if you like take a time machine, take the TARDIS all the way back to 2014, like what kind of like habits would you have changed if you were to tell your younger selves like, hey, you're going into this YouTube thing, all right? What should you not do, or what should you try to avoid doing?
doing what everybody else is doing. I don't know. I say that like I'm completely original here, but you know, you gotta have like a personality. You gotta have like a brand, something that makes you you. You know. And what I see in a lot of these applications and stuff is just people doing like 90% of the applications are the exact same video with somebody hopping on Skywars. Hey guys, welcome to another Skywars video. There's nothing really to add. They have nothing really to say. They just kind of, and there's nothing there, you know? It's all just, I'm going to play some Skywars, which we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
And I would do that a lot too. You know, playing, back then Skywars wasn't a really big thing. I was doing survival games.
Yeah. That was the Fortnite back in the day. That was the Fortnite.
The original Battle Royale, yeah. But yeah, I don't remember. Time is all kind of funny, but I remember one time I made I just highly edited a video, and I was like, you know what, that was really funny. I'm gonna make more videos like this. I had a lot of fun doing that. So, yeah, that's that.
I think if I were to go back, I was very nervous back when I started, and I was extremely awkward, and I knew I was awkward, and I was afraid of being awkward. So I think what happened was I kind of like toned my personality down to almost nothing. Kind of like Dead. No offense, Dead.
He's got nothing there.
I love you to death, Dead.
I don't.
Drama alert. But no, I think what happened was I toned down my personality so much that it almost resembled, you know, like that one class, right? Like with that one instructor that's all like monotone, no excitement, kind of bland, you know. So it's kind of like, and on top of it, I was so shy, so antisocial that I was kind of talking to myself, but at the same time I was kind of like just murmuring stuff. It's like, so today what we're going to do is we're going to build a house on Minecraft, and it was so cringy, and like to this day I don't think I would be able to go back and watch myself for more than 20 seconds of that video.
It takes a while to get used to it, you know, to get used to like talking to yourself in front of the camera. It takes a while. It's definitely something that I mean, I guess some people are born with it, but yeah, it definitely takes a while to get comfortable, you know.
Yeah. And like, is there like a process that you had other than just doing it? Because for me, I just kept doing it, and then eventually I just got comfortable.
Before I started YouTube, I knew I wanted to do YouTube, and so I'd always try to practice because I knew that was going to be an issue. I would try to practice commentating in my head, or like even when I wasn't recording, just playing a game, I would try to commentate and stuff. But I guess it didn't work because as soon as I started Minecraft Survival Episode 1, it was the same. It's exactly what I expected it to be. But yeah, I guess there was a point where I made a video and I just sounded so boring. I was like, you know what? I'm done doing solo commentary. It's not what I want to do. If I'm gonna record something, it's gonna be in a call with friends because that's when I'm a lot more entertaining. So yeah, what it did was I started recording like intros and outros and stuff on my own when I would have like the actual video be with a friend. And I had the mentality that when I'm talking by myself to the camera, just recording myself, I'm talking with friends or people that know me, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess that really helped. It gave me a lot of confidence, I guess. When talking when nobody else is there. I try to put out that people in real life can hear me. I just kind of forget about that. And yeah, it helps. I guess it helps a lot. I think confidence is key. That's what it is. Just getting comfortable with it. And then sounding energetic and energy.
Yeah, because people like that positive energy, you know. It kind of like it's addicting. It's like you don't know what it is, but it draws people's attention. I mean, hence why.
And even if you're not like ecstatic right now, like it's not. I don't want to say it's not fake, you know.
It's genuine. You're relaxed. It's like a normal conversation, and people can follow it, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be. You don't need to fake like screaming at the top of your lungs. You can talk normally, like we're doing now, I guess. oh! Yo, guys, welcome back to another episode. It doesn't need to be that, you know.
So, I mean, when it comes to screaming, now I know I'm going off topic, but just personal opinion, I feel like those people that like scream into their mic, I mean, it's funny when used correctly, but most of the time I just find it annoying. I don't know, when watching a video. Maybe I'm just that kind of person that just wants to watch more of like a chill, like sort of like commentary. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes total sense.
So I think
that has to deal with a lot of comedy. You got to use it right.
Yeah. So I think that's why I really didn't follow Sky Does Minecraft, because it was a lot of shouting and screaming back in the day. But I did check up like on his mods.
That's why you don't like Jacksepticeye.
You know,
top of the morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit down and watch a Jacksepticeye video. It would be one of my last thing. Not saying that they're not good. It's just that personality doesn't really click for me, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
I totally get it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think what I would do, and you kind of touched a bit about like on this already, but doing the same thing as everybody else, and I think people do what feels most comfortable for them, which is playing the game. And I think for like when you start out on YouTube, I think there's no problem with it. But I think if you really want to kind of grow your channel and you want to make it look like something special to attract more people to follow you, I think you need to start coming up with more creative like ideas and stuff. And they don't have to be complicated, I figured out. Because one of the videos, again, one of those cringy videos that I made that really struck it big, was all I did was I made, like, my first big video was all the mobs in Minecraft, but I made it kind of like a mod showcase, but of like the vanilla creatures and stuff, and I tried to add like little funny, like sarcastic remarks to the descriptions of the mobs that I was showing off and stuff. I mean, it's nothing good, but just like a little change of like, oh, we're going to be playing Minecraft Survival Series Episode 1 or Sky Wars Episode 57 or something like that. It was something different, and that difference kind of attracted the attention, even if the video wasn't good at all. But then again, you gotta experiment, right? So sometimes doing the same thing over and over again forces you into a more creative approach and stuff.
And you can do the same thing over and over again, but I think it's not really going to do much unless you do it uniquely. Does that make any sense? Like,
yeah.
Unless it's your... I think that's why people like watching videos on YouTube. I mean, while there are channels that focus on the gameplay, most of the time it's focusing on you as a person.
Yeah. So it's your own...
That's what makes it interesting to watch.
Your own interpretation of the actual like video game and how you play and how you perceive it, sort of deal, right?
Right.
So I think overall, like what we're looking for in this in these applications is not only for being unique in the way that you do things. I mean, like, unique is kind of cliche. And it was like, oh, I'm unique. I'm a different person than everybody else. But if you do the same type of commentary and content as someone else, then you kind of blend in with all of the rest of the sound. But what I really like to go for, and this is what really attracts me to channels, is watching people genuinely have fun and laugh.
Yeah.
It could be whatever game. It could be like okay, I'm going deep here. It could be a Roblox video. But if those people in the video are like laughing their heads off and genuinely like having like a fun time, I'm usually having a ball watching them. And I think that's like coming back to like Parker Games, right? Or Parker Plays. What is he going by? Parker Plays now, I think.
No, I think he's Parker Games. He's all over the place.
I don't know.
I think he's Parker Games
Parker,
now.
you gotta stop stop changing your name.
Mindplex Official.
Gosh dang it. Oh, that's going way back. But I think that's why I loved Parker, watching him like back in the day. I think today he's still like one of my favorite gaming YouTubers and stuff, because he just seems to have so much fun at doing whatever he's doing, and it's contagious. And he wasn't...
That's why Disney got him.
Yeah, probably. And he's not afraid to like poke fun at himself. I mean, like, looking back at some of his old videos, some of them were woo. But I mean, at the time, you were just like, oh man, this guy's great. He's like the cool kid on the block. So I think overall, like, to summarize it up, I think we can like kind of like safely say it's like, well, if you want to like stand out from others, be unique, right? And like come up with your own original idea, even if you think it's going to be absolute bullcrap, I would say do it. because it's something different from everybody else and stuff. And if you're enjoying it, obviously someone else is going to enjoy it, right? I mean, how many people are on this earth?
Oh my gosh.
Google, Alexa, how many people are on this earth?
What's the population?
Alexa, what's the population on this earth?
The definition of population is the people
It's not what I
who inhabit
meant.
a territory or state. The word population
That's not what I
is
meant by
for
what.
defin-
What is? I don't know how else to ask it.
See, not even the AIs even know how many people are
How
on this
many
earth.
people are on Earth?
In 2017, the population of Earth was 7,530,103,737.
Hey, that one's me.
All right, easy. So you got to get at least 5 people that are going to enjoy your content. At least.
Before we end it,
Yeah,
actually,
go ahead.
I say the requirements for exotic are a good quality videos and good quality personality. I think the personality is pretty self-explanatory. Don't be a jerk. Hard thing is, not everybody thinks that they're not a jerk.
I'm a jerk,
but
hands down.
Okay, except for Doc.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that. That's our job. But good quality videos, that can be two things. I think we've gone into content wise, like how can you make your content interesting. There's content and then production quality. And I think in exotic we're looking for both of those, and then also quality personality.
Yeah. So just kind of elaborate on that, like with the pet peeves. One is talking over people, which I'm still trying to get rid of. Sorry, Ryan.
Oh man.
No. I keep talking over you.
I keep talking over you, so it's the same thing.
Okay, fine. Okay. Well,
So by the way,
all right. So anyways, one is talking over people. That's one. You guys don't really have to worry about it because when you're doing exotic stuff, you're mainly going to be you're like on your own.
everybody talks over everybody.
Yeah, and that's a lost cause. I think when it comes to videos, like from beginning YouTubers, what I look for is audio, really, like over.
Audio is the
video.
most important thing.
Yeah, and it's because a lot of the times people just get the software up, like whatever you're using. You just pop the software up and then you start recording. You don't double check. You don't do like a little like test video just to make sure that your audio is right. I get videos from ranging from just hearing them and not the game background, but most of the time I hear mostly the game and this tiny little mouse talking in like Narnia or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can barely hear them. And it's sad because a lot of the times, like, people have great personalities, but if you can't hear them, that's going to, like, throw off a lot of people to your content. So
I wonder if Dead Zone is actually a good guy.
Killer meme star here. Oh man. But I think that's my big thing. I don't know, what is your opinion on black bars? Because for me personally, as long as they're not taking like up like 85% of the screen, I'm pretty cool with them.
They're easy to ignore. Obviously black bars on the sides are bad. Don't do that. But black bars on the top and bottom, I don't know, it can be cinematic, they can be used right. I throw them in sometimes. But if you're talking about, I don't know, it's a real easy fix, and I don't mind them. Like if somebody does it on accident, I know AJ, when I was helping her start up YouTube, she would always record with black bars because her screen wasn't like the right
Res.
Yeah, it wasn't the right resolution. But it's a real easy fix. Minecraft, you can change it in the launcher. So I don't know. I guess I would prefer it, but if it's there, it doesn't really bother me a whole bunch. Mm-hmm. It's usually a sign of like, hey, this guy knows what they're doing, kind of thing. Though, if there's no black bars, you know.
Gotcha. So what is the absolute no-nos that throw you off?
You know that color bar thing, the color bar meme, like the transition.
So all of my videos. All of my videos. Okay. All right.
Okay, I still use them. Okay, you gotta do it right. I still use those in my videos. The application video had like one every 2 seconds. When they're annoying is when they're too long and too loud.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy, and I'll just say no. Another one is Alan Walker Fade.
Alan Walker Fade, yes. No Alan Walker Fade? Unheard of.
No copyright sounds. You can use them sometimes, but don't use the most popular ones because it just sounds generic. I don't know.
I think for me, yeah, it's with the color bars and stuff. I've actually like moved away from doing the color bars, but more of like the television static. You know, like the rice. I don't know what did they used to call them. The
I know what you're
static.
talking about.
Like it's
I
the
think
actual
just the
static. Yeah, just the static, and just throwing that in because you still get a transition, but at the same time it's quick and there's no sharp noises to like give you a massive headache at the end of the video. But but yeah, I've been starting to do that. I don't know. The black bars, I think it really, like what we were talking about, it really depends because I know when I was starting out, I did have really small black bars. They were really tiny though, but they were horizontal though. So I mean, they're not like the annoying vertical ones, but they were tiny, dude. They were like, I don't know, maybe like 4 millimeters. I mean,
They weren't very big at all, so it wasn't that big of an
No.
issue.
So I mean, and it didn't bother me at all. But again, like when you're doing like looking for SMP, some people for whatever reason really hate the black bars. I'm like, huh.
It's true. It's true.
So I don't know. I think the best advice I can suggest is when you get into YouTube, you can do whatever you want. You can record right off the bat if you like. However, if you want to stand out, what I highly suggest is learn the programs that you have
Yeah.
and what you're going to work with far before you actually post anything official. And the other thing that I feel like a lot of YouTubers, beginning YouTubers, try to hone in on. Sorry, that's very unprofessional of me. I moved my mic stand and that made the most horrid sound. Anyways,
Hey, I can do it too.
there we go. It's a big learning experience for everybody. I think the biggest thing for me, with younger YouTubers, not younger YouTubers, but smaller YouTubers, is that they're going in it with eyes of the American dream of starting with nothing and then getting this multi-million
yeah.
subscriber following. And
It's not gonna work.
it really isn't going to work. And another thing that gets on me is a uploading schedule for videos. and
Ooh, yeah,
stuff.
that's kind of big.
Yeah, let's cover that real quick. Like, what are your opinions of the uploading schedule and trying to keep up with the whatchamacallit, the YouTube template, the YouTube algorithm? There we go. That's the word.
It's really tough because nobody really knows what the algorithm is. But if you don't upload, you won't grow. I think that's pretty safe to say. When I am able, I try to post one by bare minimum a week. If when I'm able to, one video a week I think is decent. That's what a lot of people do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If you do more, that's cool. But what you want to do is you want to have it. You can schedule your videos, and I think that's good. Have people expect when to see them. When to see them uploaded, like say Mondays and Fridays or something. I don't think the time really matters all that much. But I don't know. But that's just my opinion. I haven't really noticed it because I don't know. YouTube's weird. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah. Well,
The website's broken.
it really is. It really is. It just doesn't promote the right stuff, if you know what I mean. Anyways, for me, the upload schedule is a little bit iffy. I think I agree with your idea of an upload schedule, which is do it at least once a week, and you're not gonna grow if you don't post, because I think eventually YouTube just kind of throws your channel in the dark zone. Is like, you will not be viewed
Same with the
ever
rest of
again.
them.
Yeah, with all the rest of them now. Yeah, but for me, I never really saw like. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to post at 5 o'clock EST on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And it's like, I never get that, because even when I follow these big YouTubers, I'm never sitting there on my computer right at 5 EST waiting for their video to pop up.
Right.
It's too complicated. I don't follow it. I like it if they post at least once a week. Like, that's enough for me. But
Yeah.
But to sit there and expect the video to be live on 5 EST, that is crazy. And for people like us who are not quite big enough to actually get money, forget getting enough money, just getting money. It's
Come on, YouTube, bring it back.
Please help.
I want my 4 cents.
Please, that 4 cents helps me buy like drinks at the vending machine. But
After a year.
after a year, after a whole year. But I don't know. I say personally, don't worry about the upload schedule. At least get the once a week upload if you can. I really don't think, like, for me, it's like creativity doesn't come on a schedule. And
Yeah.
there's times where, like, we have our own lives, right? So it's either school, work, family, or other drama in our lives. And we just don't feel like being our happy, energetic selves all the time. We're human. So I feel like in this regard, you can't have a designated schedule, because if you set a designated schedule, people are going to get really upset if you don't post, like, and keep up
They're
with
going
that schedule.
to learn to expect it. And
Yeah. Then they're like,
Yeah.
then they make the weird assumptions, dude. I swear. Then they're like, it's like if you miss, like, I swear, like 2, like.
then they
Like,
assume you're pregnant.
yeah, or just like, it's like, or they don't care about us anymore, and they unsubscribe. And it's like, what are you doing? No,
Did this person die? That's never happened to me.
no. my channel's been weird. So don't follow my example, all right? Post at least once a week, all right? Do better than me. So yeah. Anything else that you would like to cover, Mr. Ryan? Because I think we have covered a lot of the bases, really. I mean, we've taken up quite a lot. What is it, 40 minutes already?
Holy smokes.
30
Well, I guess we can edit it down a little bit.
34 minutes? Oh, man, I'm going to have a boatload of fun editing this. Who thought podcasts would be complicated?
What the heck?
Bro.
I guess a quick tip. First impressions matter, especially when you're applying for an SMP. Okay, a lot of people don't. I give the option in the application to give an application video, and those are really good because, and I think they're really useful for applicants because it gives you a chance to show the SMP who you are, and you get to control how they perceive you. And so when you're making an application video, another thing is the first 15 seconds are what really matters. Capture, and I think this goes with all YouTube videos, capture the audience's attention. You know, that's the big thing. And if you have a really boring introduction, most likely I'm going to skip through the video, you know? I don't have 15 minutes to spare to watch you, I don't know, dig a hole in Minecraft or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, cut that out, please.
Edit it, make it interesting. I mean, even if you don't edit, but your commentary is there and it's interesting and you're able to keep that interaction with the viewer. I guess interaction isn't really the right word, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Then it's fine. As long as you're interesting to watch, you know?
Yeah.
So first impressions matter. That's just a little quick tip, I guess. I like to start my videos off with a meme. But speaking of first impressions, if you don't post an application video, I go to your channel and watch the most recent video, you know? And whatever that is, that's got to be my first impression of you. So we've had some funny ones out there.
Yeah, and then
that's my quick tip.
So I think adding on to your quick tip, what I have learned to do over time, because I'm really into editing, I really like that part of the process. So what I do is I actually watch the whole raw video. I know this takes forever, I know. And I cut away bits whenever I start to doze off or start to multitask. Does that make sense? It's because if your brain is starting to wander from what's going on in the video, you need to cut that out. So you're really only leaving...
Not everything you record needs to make the final cut.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Actually, if anything, only like an eighth of what you actually recorded is probably going to be in the final thing eventually. So, I went through a phase of uploading nothing but CSGO. And if you haven't been in CSGO before, there's times where there's not a lot that happens. You just die off the bat, or it's just boring to watch. You walk the same path to kill the same guy, to plant the same bomb on the same location and stuff, and it's just boring. However, you can cut all of that out to a funny moment where you might have shot your teammate on accident or something like that. Make it funny, have a big laugh track at the end. And then that's entertainment right there, because that attracts your attention. But if you're like Minecraft, since this is a Minecraft channel, it's like, Hi guys, welcome back. Today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be hitting wood in Minecraft. You definitely haven't seen this footage before in any other video. You can cut that out. I mean, not saying that you should cut it out. Sometimes if you have, like what Ryan said, is if you actually have good commentary going over the boring stuff, then that helps. But after a while, having jump cuts and quick cuts kind of help.
In the application video, we advertised one of the highlights of Exotic SMP as good content opportunities, and in the back, there's Alex punching a tree saying, "Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video." You just reminded me of that.
Yeah. It's like, but if you notice, even like the video that Ryan, because Ryan does awesome at keeping your attention like all the time. Like I never
I appreciate that.
I never get bored, and I'm not trying to like just just kind of like, you know, give him love because he's the owner, faithful, handsome, smart leader that he is.
I'm gonna ban him if he doesn't.
But no, I like how Ryan always keeps things like really quick. Like all of his shots, like there's it's rare to find a clip in one of Ryan's videos that is like longer than 4 seconds, if you know what I mean. I mean, if it is longer than 4 seconds, then it's for comedic reasons and it actually adds on to the quality of the video. But I like it how everything is fast and there's not a lot of boring stuff and it runs nice and smooth. You're never bored when you're watching, and you actually do feel like you're watching like someone like Parker Plays, because again, another great quality I like is like he cuts straight to the action. It's not prolonged and boring like Sky does Minecraft's early videos.
Like everybody's early videos.
Yeah, everybody's early videos. Oh my god, Sky did it a lot longer than he should have. Anyways, thank you guys.
Applications are still open. People can apply whenever they want. If you've seen this and you've already applied and you're like, man, I really want to change my content up, feel free to reapply. That's totally fine. Just send in another application and I'll see it.
Yeah, send it in now. Don't be shy. I know like the first beginning moments you're always really shy. It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough. You know what? If you got,
give it a shot.
If this SMP attracted your like attention, obviously you think you're worthwhile. So give it a shot. And if we don't accept you, that's not a permanent no. All right. All right.
Hold on. This should go without saying, but I've gotten a lot of these. Please have videos on your channel. Because people apply and they're like, yeah, I deleted all my videos because I'm restarting. Well, that doesn't help me. I have no idea who you are. I'm not going to judge your application by your channel art and profile picture, you know?
Yeah, the channel art means nothing to us. It really doesn't. You can have like a channel art that has nothing but paint. Yeah, look at mine. Come over, subscribe. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, but it really...
Wait, look at mine too.
Yeah. Is the one that you used in MS Paint still there? I mean, that was a really good channel art, man.
Oh, Rackles did that. That wasn't me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, nice. But, you know, yeah. Another thing is it helps if the videos that you have on your channel also, like, you have more than 2 Minecraft videos. It just helps. It just helps because I've hosted a server of my own before in the past, and when I did applications I would go and I would look, and there'd be the channels like Ryan was saying is like they don't quite have content, period, and then you have the other channels that don't really have gaming content per se. So I'm like okay, this person's like new and they're learning, right? And I don't have an issue with that, but like Ryan said earlier, first impressions matter. So go out and do a bunch of gaming videos and then apply.
And another thing, sorry, I'm not trying to drag this on or anything, but another thing is that we're not against Twitch streamers, but I guess it's kind of hard to judge Twitch streamers. We've gotten a few that have applied. Doc, you yourself are trying to get into Twitch and mostly stream on there. So when a Twitch streamer applies, what I'll do is I'll go to their Twitch channel and I'll go to the videos tab so I can see some of their most recent stuff. And obviously, I'm not going to sit there and watch a 2-hour live stream for one application, so I'll skip through it. So make sure like your streams are like popping, you know. Make sure they're interesting to watch, and that'll help you on Twitch too, not only YouTube.
Yeah. And another thing that you could do if you are on Twitch is there is a feature where you can actually like upload your live stream footage to your YouTube account. And the only reason why I say that is because you might not want to edit, because if you're a streamer, you probably don't want to edit. But The only reason why I say that is that after a certain period of time, Twitch actually removes your live stream like VODs and stuff. So then all of your reference material is gone. But if you actually like upload like your live stream content to a YouTube account or channel of some sort, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a YouTuber, but if you upload that content at least to YouTube, then we can have some sort of reference to actually see what kind of a person you are and if you will be like a good fit for our little community, because we want everybody to be happy.
We want a bunch of boring robots on our SMP. So if
Yeah,
that sounds
Dad.
like your thing.
Yeah, Dad. Good job with the piloting, Dad.
Yeah, that's good job, Dad.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you did enjoy this podcast, make sure you do hit that like button down below. Also, we have a bunch of members on our channel, and you can go check them out. They're all SMP members and stuff. Make sure you go check out Ryan. He's like the owner, does all the content here.
Probably not worth your time.
He does all the content here. I'm invading on his channel here. Yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
Sorry. All right. Okay, good podcast. Good podcast. I'm gonna go eat. Now it's over.
Okay, cool. Is it really over?